let's see, make sure your phones are silenced. And, we'll start with a roll call.
Alexander Graham, present.
Dave Gavigan, present.
Tom Bouchard.
Bob Ketter.
Okay, we have John Barnett will not be with us tonight. He's away. I'd like to welcome Bob to the planning board. Thank you for volunteering. We really need your help. We're glad you're here. Also, we'd like to welcome Paula, who is now working with the planning board as well as the building department. And she's a very cool girl.
Hey, Paula.
And also,
Make
we
sure
have
that's in the
Val,
record, yeah.
Town planner Val here tonight, so we'll go ahead and open the meeting. And I think as far as reorganization, should we just wait till everybody's here?
Yeah,
Recording in progress.
push it back to September 8th.
We'll wait till everybody's here.
Yep.
Okay. So our first thing on the agenda tonight is approval not required, which is also called an A&R, 198 and 200 Main Street. Paul, Val?
Thanks. So we have an A&R plan where two neighbors got together and decided to swap some land, or not really swap, but one neighbor is selling land to the other. So 198 and 200 are the neighbors. 200 has the land. 198 on Main Street is buying about a little over about 2 acres of backland from number 200, and that includes the driveway, and they're reserving a driveway for number 200 to keep using that same driveway to get to their house, as they have done for a long time. So it's an R20 zone. Both of the lots remain well over the minimum, and it's a better frontage for number 198, and the frontage on 200 is more than conforming, so I'm recommending endorsement.
Excuse me. I think you have it. Get it up on the podium.
Just go to the mic, just because there's people listening at home. We have a huge audience, at home.
Okay.
All three people?
198 has purchased 200 and is selling 200 to somebody else. So we have it kind of backwards there.
Yeah, so
198 owns 198 and 200 and is selling 200 with approximately 2 acres of land.
We don't have that information, so thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
yeah, it's a good purchase. You finally have a place for your boat.
Leo's boat.
Leo's boat, yeah.
He thinks it is anyways.
Anybody have any questions about this? It's pretty cut and dry. It has all the frontage, it has all the square footage necessary. It improves 198. Makes it more conforming than it was. All the above. We need a motion to endorse.
I'll make a motion to endorse the A&R plan for 198 and 200 Main Street, Kingston, Mass, as presented.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions, it's 4-0-0. There you go. Simple enough.
Yeah, I mean, we could get up and sign the plan now if
Yeah, we don't
So
have
we
a
can
lot on
head
our
out.
agenda, so we can
there's a
we can
couple of
sign
pens there.
these. And then, is there a Mylar here too?
At the end is there with the, you have to use those Sharpies that are on top of it.
Do we want these copies signed too?
No,
Just the Mylar?
just the Mylar.
Okay. Want to go first, Bob?
We need 3 signatures, so one more person has to get up.
I'll get up.
Non-Mylars are gonna be shredded, we'll take a couple of them if they're trash, but we want them
They're not trash, they're gonna be distributed.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Do you need an extra?
Was that?
Do you need an extra?
No, I just came to just, I didn't know if you want to get that and you're done with it.
We distribute like 14 copies
Want to
to
sign that, Susan?
all the departments.
Okay. You want to grab that now? You can go ahead.
Yep.
Ready, I'll take it, yeah.
Sure. Next on our agenda is zoning article for town meeting.
Thank you. So we have something I've seen in some other communities. This question has come up with the Attorney General's office of whether or not somebody can build an ADU under this by right bylaw and then condo it out and sell it to another owner. And the Attorney General's office has weighed in and said that this is a land use question, not an ownership question, and they're going to allow towns to require that the ADU stay with the main house because it's accessory to that house. So language that's been approved in other towns defines legal ownership within the ADU bylaw that the proposed ADU shall be accessory and not be legally separated or conveyed apart from the principal dwelling in order to keep the accessory nature of the ADU. And I think we should include that in our language so that there isn't any question, because we know the AG will approve it. And I just want to check with council whether to put it under accessory-related definitions or just within the context of the zoning itself. But we haven't heard back yet from the AG on our zoning from Springtown meeting, so we're still got our fingers crossed that there's nothing out of whack with that. But in the meantime, this is something we know the AG would approve.
So we can vote on this.
Yeah, I
Is
have
that-
to, the reason I brought it up tonight is I have to run get legal notice to the newspaper by Friday in order to make the town meeting warrant for a public
So it
hearing.
doesn't really, we're just voting that we'd like to go to town meeting.
Yeah,
And we don't need to know where it's going in the zoning book to do that.
right.
All right. So for anybody that's listening, ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. The town of Kingston's had a bylaw in place for a long time, and it has worked very well. And it has kept families together. It's kept basically finances in the family too, rather than, having parents living in other facilities and what have you. It's worked out great. And then one of the reasons why it really worked out great in the town of Kingston was because it had to be owner occupied. So that meant that either the ADU unit or the main house, the owner had to live in one of those two units. Unfortunately, the state has shoved another thing down our throat here. And now, not only do they not come to the planning board to get it approved, because it's as of right, which before you had to go to get a special permit with the planning board. Not only do they not have to do that, it's as of right, but it also does not have to be owner occupied. So the concern is that, landlords are gonna be buying houses and putting extra houses in the yard and renting them out. And essentially, it becomes like a two-family in a way. And also, there's no limit to how many of these things you can do in your big backyard. But the one smart thing they did do was the only thing that's as of right is the first one. After that, you still need a special permit. But it does change the bylaw a lot. A lot of people concerned about it. I'm one of the ones concerned about it. I know Val's concerned about it somewhat as well. I think everybody on this board was concerned about it, but there's not much we could do about it. So that's the dilemma, so now we're just looking to make sure that people don't get misled into thinking that they can subdivide it after they build it. It has to remain one lot. Unless, of course, they have the frontage and all that stuff down the road. Wouldn't that be right, Val?
Yeah.
If they have the right frontage and everything down the road, they can separate it, then they can separate it.
Well, we're saying that they can't.
We're saying that they can't even if they have the frontage and they meet the bylaws?
Yeah, it's accessory to the other dwelling.
I'd like that.
Okay. Someday, if we wanted to start allowing smaller lots, or,
But I mean, let's say someone has 10 acres and they have a main house, then they have an accessory dwelling. You know, there's tons of acreage and everything else. They still, with this, they still would not be able to separate it, is what you're saying.
correct,
Okay, I just want to understand it.
because it's accessory to the main house.
Right.
Someday, we might be looking at zoning in a whole different way, but right now, the idea of creating miniature lots or different lots with these, when they're accessory, they're allowed by right because they're accessory to another dwelling. The AG is saying that they want those to stay together.
The state is wonderful at giving us gifts. This is one of them. Then MBTA zoning was another wonderful gift from the state. And then go back a ways and you have the 40Rs and 40Bs. But there's not much we can do about it.
No.
Anybody want to have a discussion about this?
I just had a question. How would adding an ADU impact the septic system on given pieces of property?
Each one is investigated by the Board of Health or the Sewer Department.
Okay, so that would be governing it. Well, in Tom's example of having a 10-acre facility, and you put a number of on there, would then might be required to have separate septic systems for each one of the ADUs?
It depends on the unit, and the Board of Health makes those determinations.
In many cases, the septic system is feasible, and they're able to tie it into the same one. I know that the state laws on the ADUs does change some things. I know that one of the requirements is that you have to have a 1,500-gallon baffled septic tank, which I don't know why they need to be baffled, but I mean, it seems silly to me, because if you have a 1,500-gallon tank and your septic system is fine, why change it? But
Yeah.
I have no idea why they threw that in there. I wish they'd throw it out,
Yeah,
because it's really silly.
it's baffling.
It does not help. Well, yes, baffling. Very good, Val. You know what I don't like about it is that,
Thank you very much.
Yep, good night, good night. One of the things I don't like about it is the state has mandated that we can't be unreasonable
Right.
in our decision-making, in our requirements for ADU. But they're being very unreasonable on that one themselves, so I don't know why they even pushed for that. I don't know why that even came up. Why not let each town do it the way they want to do it? But, any other further discussion on that?
As far as the language goes, I agree with it, as it's written here. I think it's important. I think it's a shame that they didn't let us mandate occupancy, landlord occupancy, because I'm worried that this can get out of hand very, very quick. That's my opinion on it. I think we should do everything we can to protect our town, like we always do. Try to conform if we can. I think this language will help protect us, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I still am a little confused why you wouldn't be able to separate it.
Well, because then it's not accessory anymore.
I know, now it becomes a separate dwelling.
We
Separate
can
lot.
wait till spring if you want to debate it a lot more. You know, we can wait till springtime meeting and look into it.
We can always change it if it doesn't work this way, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't really have a problem, it just,
Probably if you had 10 acres, you're not gonna go for an ADU, you're probably gonna do,
Dave, it probably helps to lean into the mic a little bit. 'Cause
Oh,
people
sorry.
can't hear you generally.
I said if you had 10 acres, you probably would subdivide it,
Yeah.
build a house, instead of doing ADU.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, so what do we need? Just a vote that we agree with this, and we want to send it to town meeting for a vote?
Yeah, what we'll do is, you're saying, let's go ahead and hold a public hearing
Yeah,
on this concept, and then you'll vote at that time.
right, like we usually do.
Yeah,
All right, so we'll just have a vote that we will advertise for a public hearing on this for the town meeting. And this will save a spot for us on the
on the warrant. Yeah.
on the warrant.
So-
Everybody understands it?
Mhm.
Somebody want to make a motion to vote in the affirmative of having a hearing for this? Word it however you like.
I'll make a motion to have a hearing on this zoning bylaw change for the accessory dwelling unit.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
400.
Great.
Great.
And I'm realizing that I emailed all of you the minutes, but I didn't print out hard copy. I could run down and do that now, or if you all had a chance to look at them in
I
your
don't even know who
emails.
was there for it, do you?
I was the chairman, that's all I know. You weren't there.
So I wasn't there, and John's not here, so we wouldn't be able to vote on it anyway.
True.
So we'll wait.
Okay. We will meet at the next meeting, September 8th, because we have a site plan review that's scheduled for that night over on Bishop's Highway,
Mhm.
the old convent. There's a potential reuse of that, those buildings, not changing the buildings at all, but a slight expansion of the parking lot.
Are they still going to subdivide it too?
No, it's just going to stay the way it is, using the existing buildings, refurbishing the insides, looking at it for like a rehab facility with some additional parking, and that's it. So,
Perfect.
yeah, the parking's coming to us for site plan review.
That's good. Yeah,
And
that-
it's not
That's had a
the-
lot of interested buyers, but it's 2-acre zoning. It's in the,
Yeah, we haven't had anybody kicking tires on the corner lot in a long time,
no.
so. But we will plan
Oh,
on,
you're talking about the other building. You're not talking about the school.
not the school,
Oh, you're talking about the other one where the police have been using it.
yes.
The mothership.
Yeah, all right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the other one, I don't know what's happening with that. I haven't heard anything lately.
No, nothing's happening with that.
You want to announce what happened with the water?
Oh, yeah, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, the water moratorium was lifted, and that's generated a lot of building permits. And so the planning department is wishing that it could get a real part-time admin that has the time to dedicate to the planning department. Paula does her best and supports the building department first. And, you know, we've already brought this up with the town administrator to take a look at it because we thought we might get busy, and we are getting busy. And so,
What changed? Why was it lifted? Why was it lifted?
they had a change of heart. It was a 2-1 vote.
Really? Okay. Hmm. I thought the moratorium was based on some actual, like, numbers, like, they couldn't pump enough water, or.
You could
wasn't
take
enough
that up with the water commission.
I'm just curious, it's like weird. Okay. It's strange.
No, we don't know. No one really knows what exactly happened, but it changed.
Yep.
And it's probably a good thing. There's a lot of people looking to do projects. We have the Wingate has a project that they,
We expect them to file for a special permit to bring in a lot of units that they already had permitted years ago. So
years
that's-
ago, we did that.
Years ago.
Yeah, they knocked the houses down, is that what you're talking about? Right on?
No.
They
No.
knocked 2 houses down, right
No,
on Lake Street.
Oh, yeah, I know what you
Remember
mean. Yeah, yeah.
They were gonna
years and
expand.
years ago.
Yeah, this is a plan that had like duplexes,
Yeah.
55 and over, which is wonderful. You know, doesn't affect the school system, doesn't affect a lot of things. Also, in their plan, I was there when they did this a long time ago. Do you remember how long?
I want to say 12 to 17 years ago,
Yeah, and they kept the permits active the whole time.
right?
And they would have a hard time doing this without the moratorium being lifted, even though they were kind of grandfathered in a way, in my opinion, because they kept everything active and it was approved. And originally, they wanted to do something, they have land across the street from the entrance to Wingate. They wanted to do something across the street. They've agreed not to do anything with that, and I think maybe even the town might end up with that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't actually filed yet, but this is something that we talked about during the moratorium, and we expect them. we
It's a
expect
really
them
nice project for the
to
town,
come
I
to
think.
us soon, which is exciting. So we're starting to, life getting breathed back into the town, and we're hoping that more of that will keep happening.
Yeah, and there's activity at the mall, which is good.
Yep.
And then,
What kind of activity? What's going on at the mall?
Just a lot of discussions.
a lot of discussion,
okay.
a lot of plans,
A lot of places are closed.
a lot of plans of redevelopment.
With the new owners.
And stuff like that, new owners with money, and ideas.
Right.
So Val's been working with them a lot, putting the time in with that, and that is moving in the right direction. I'd
And
love to
we're-
get that assessment of that place back up, what was it assessed at one time, 90 million or something?
I forget. It was
And now it's
10
nine.
times,
Now it's
10
nine.
times more than it is now, so yeah, 90 million.
9 million now, and 90 million then, that's the difference in the tax bill, yeah.
And that's not even converting it in today's dollars, so.
Right.
And what other news do we have? Oh, we're getting ready to launch the online building permit system. Paula and I have been working on that a lot in the last couple of weeks, and we hope to go live mid-September. And that should help to smooth some communication gaps that we've had with everybody getting all the information at once on the permitting system, being able to see the plans in the fire department, in the water department, and at town hall, all at the same time with this new system, so.
Is there a lot to learn on this for you and Paula on this?
There's a lot for me to learn and a lot of programming to do to get it to set up right, but once it's set up, the user part of it is not that hard. It's pretty intuitive. So we've got some tests running for inspections and things like that this week, but it looks like it's working.
Good, because this is our third one.
Yeah,
First one we bought, and luckily this was not bought with tax dollars money the first time.
right.
Company came and we bought the system from them, and when it didn't work right, they said, well, your computers are not compatible with it. But they sold it to us anyway. And then this last one had some holes in it, right?
Yeah, we ended up getting this software, but for some reason, for cost-saving reasons, they purchased it without the support manual, without programming, and without onboarding, which, of course, given the busy nature of Town Hall, made it impossible to implement. So this time around, we've gotten the onboarding support and the pre-programmed stuff rather than trying to reinvent the wheel for Kingston.
And you've used this in other towns,
I
right?
used it in Duxbury, it's used in Plymouth. This is the first time I've tried to implement it, but I think it helps having worked with the software and also having done permitting for a long time and knowing, like, getting everybody involved in terms of all the overviews. The fire department, the water, sewer, all the other departments are engaged in the process, so by running tests now, we're figuring out whether or not we're picking up the permits when we want to, making sure people have a chance to put eyes on them. And so far it's going pretty well. So
Yeah.
that's been a big project for the last couple weeks. We have, I think, 5 grant applications pending in September. We've asked for a master plan update from the state. We've asked for improvement grant for engineering for the Adena from the state. We've asked for cleanup of the Maple Street Fire Station from the state. I don't know if I can remember them all. We've put in 2 grant applications for exit 20 and Tarkland 53 intersections. That's all for engineering, and we might even get some of that for construction if we got both grants, which would be fantastic. I think there's one more that's escaping me, but I wrote a lot of grant applications in June, and so the time's coming where we're going to hear on all of those, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we're hoping that some of those come through.
So the way it used to be in the building department, we had 2 people in there. We had Debbie and we had Paula. And then Val had a full-time person in the planning department. Now, there's nobody in the planning with Val. There's 1 person in the building, and Paula's helping in planning. So we have 1 person instead of 3. So now that this moratorium has been lifted and we got the votes for the mall and all those different things that have happened, it's going to pick up and we're going to need that help. So it gives us a better leg to stand on as far as trying to get help.
Yeah,
For Val. And then Paula can do 1 job instead of 2.
right.
And that's the hopes.
Just an unrelated question. When does the warrant have to be ready to go to the town meeting? A warrant?
I don't know the dates. I know that for us, we have to get it well in advance of everybody else. I don't have those dates in front of me, but I think it's posted on the town administrator's website, the timeline. But it's usually closed sometime in, I want to say, mid to late September. And town meeting is October 28th. But we have to have our zoning advertised in the public hearing before all of that happens. So we're a long lead.
Okay. Anything else? We good?
I got a question.
Okay.
Last time we were here, we were talking about
They're going to
the
skip.
parking at the Restoration Church, I think it was, for the.
Yeah, we're still waiting. They're not paying Grady, so Grady hasn't gone out there.
Because I know they were supposed to do like an apron or something, that never happened. it seemed
Grady's
like.
never been out there to do the
Okay.
design.
No design yet.
All right.
They're probably trying to put some money together or something. Okay, and I think that's it.
Oh, I do have one more.
Oh, sure.
Sean Turner and I have been working really closely together on transportation planning, as you know. And we walked Main Street with some of the residents to talk about sidewalk repairs and also long-term planning for Main Street. We got the $50,000 grant from town meeting, and we've contracted with Apex Engineering. They came out, and we walked the whole south side of Main Street with the residents and talked about short-term and long-term plans. And we'll have some outreach in the early part of the fall with the neighborhood to just talk a little bit more about long-term planning designs. And we're going to do some schematics that will get us prepared for making more grant applications in the spring. So that's that program that's moving along. And then on the ADA transition plan grant, that'll be wrapping up in September. That's something that was independent of this board, but that I was the spearhead on that, got the grant, and then everybody's been helping them inspect all of the facilities that the town owns for ADA compliance. And it just gives us a checklist and sort of a prioritization, and that qualifies us to apply for grants from the state.
Which is a good thing we voted for the MBTA zoning.
Yeah,
Even though
there's a
none of
lot
us
of these
agreed that it
grants.
was a good idea from the state. It worked out good for our town. A lot of that's because of Val. And now it gives us the opportunity to apply for grants.
Yeah.
And probably more grant money available, just because it's less towns applying.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing. And the Main Street thing, there's been a lot of complaints from the neighborhood and different things. And we were having some, I was in the office with Val while she was talking to the gentleman, the 2 or 3 different guys on the phone.
Yeah.
Highway superintendent and a couple other gentlemen. And the idea was maybe we should, instead of taking the money we have and patching everything, maybe we should come up with a long-term plan and make it really right.
Yeah, so we're gonna do,
Some places where the sidewalks are down to this wide,
yeah.
you know, there's no, it's a mess.
So we're gonna do emergency repairs, or we're already doing them, so that we reduce the hazards that are out there. But then we're gonna be applying for grants, and by the time spring rolls around, we'll have those schematics, we'll know what it is that we're gonna try to do with Main Street. So any further repairs would be done with those schematics in mind, so that we're not building something and then having to unbuild it.
Right.
And the last update is, that I have is tomorrow night I'll be before the selectmen. We're updating the Complete Streets Prioritization Plan. Again, it's all about grant funding. Sean and I spent a lot of time with Apex Engineering looking at all of the townwide transportation plan and the old Complete Streets Plan, which was done by a different engineer. And we took all the information we had, and Sean's a new set of eyes on that, and we updated the Complete Streets Plan, and we're gonna upload that, and then we hope to apply for grants starting in the spring again, because we'll be back up to our 500,000 that we'd be eligible for. And you're right, any of these grants I've mentioned tonight, we wouldn't be eligible for applying without the MBTA zoning.
And we get to potentially save them all at the same time and create tax base there.
Yeah, it's huge.
So it's a win-win. And hopefully, we're gonna have some announcements coming from the mall very soon. We're waiting
Yep,
impatiently.
yep.
So, okay, well, maybe we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are now adjourned.
Thank you.